He was just a boy when he first realized how heavy dreams can feel. Every morning before the sun even touched the rooftops, he'd wake up to the sound of his mother's tired footsteps and his father's silence. The kind of silence that comes when a man's faith starts slipping through his fingers. The kind of silence that whispers, maybe it's not worth it anymore. But the boy, he had a fire inside him that refused to die. Not because he was gifted, not because he had talent, but because he couldn't stand the idea of becoming nothing. He used to sit by the window of their small house, watching the same people walk to the same jobs, the same tired faces repeating the same stories every single day. He'd ask himself, is that what life is supposed to be? And one morning, something changed. It wasn't dramatic. No thunder. No divine voice. Just a single, simple moment. He saw an old man jogging down the street. The man was frail, maybe 70, maybe older. He could barely lift his knees, but every morning, rain or shine, he was there. Same time, same route. Never missed a day. The boy asked him once, "Why do you keep running if it hurts so much?" The old man smiled, breathing heavy, and said, "Because I made myself a promise, and I don't break promises to myself." That one sentence dug deep into the boy's mind like a seed in fertile soil. A promise to yourself. From that day on, he began to understand something most people never do, that success isn't born from talent, luck, or opportunity. It's built brick by brick, day after day, by showing up especially when you don't feel like it. He started small, reading 1 page a night, doing 10 push-ups, writing a single sentence. And it was humiliating at first. He'd look in the mirror and think, "This is too slow, I'm getting nowhere." But time has a way of rewarding those who respect it. Weeks turned into months, and something began to change, not in his results, but in his reflection. He started trusting himself, and that's when he discovered the real power of consistency. You see, consistency isn't about repeating an action. It's about building an identity. Every time you show up, even when it's hard, you cast a vote for the person you want to become. Every page you read, every workout, every early morning, it whispers, "I am disciplined. I am committed. I am not who I used to be." And slowly, the boy realized that the world doesn't respond to effort, it responds to patterns. Because the universe doesn't give you what you wish for, it gives you what you repeat. That's when life started to test him. There were days he wanted to quit. Days when the weight of his goals felt unbearable. Days when he saw others succeeding faster and thought, "What's the point?" But every time he was tempted to stop, he remembered the old man's words, "Don't break promises to yourself." So he kept going. Even when nobody clapped. Even when the results were invisible. Even when the only thing growing was his patience. And then something magical happened. The same people who once doubted him began to ask for his advice. The same friends who mocked his routine started following it. The same world that ignored him began to notice him. That's when he understood the secret. Consistency doesn't make life easier. It makes you stronger. Because consistency is the bridge between your goals and your reality. It's what transforms hope into habit, and habit into destiny. You can have a dream so big it scares you, but without consistency, it will starve. You can have talent so rare it turns heads, but without consistency, it will fade. You can even have opportunities handed to you, but if you're not consistent, you'll watch them slip away like sand through your fingers. It is not the giant leap that changes your life, it is the small step you take every day when no one is watching. The quiet decision to keep going, to keep building, to keep believing. And the boy learned that the world doesn't reward the fastest, the smartest, or the strongest, it rewards the most consistent. Because, while others chase motivation, the consistent ones build momentum. And momentum, my friend, is the most powerful force on earth. Think about it, Edison failed 1,000 times before he saw light. Disney went bankrupt before he built magic. Ford was laughed at before he built an empire. What did they all have in common? They stayed in motion. That's the power of consistency. It doesn't need applause, it doesn't seek comfort, and it doesn't care about perfection. It only asks for one thing: keep showing up, because one day all those small, invisible efforts will come together, and the world will call it luck, but you'll know it was consistency all along.